SPX hydraulic tensioning. Safety. Prior to commencement of bolt tensioning, ensure that all necessary safety precautions have been carried out. Personnel involved in bolt tensioning are competent and fully trained in the use of bolt tensioners and tightening techniques. The joints and pipework to be worked on are not live. Joints must be at zero pressure and free from hazardous substances. Bolt tensioning pressures specific to the flanged joint to be tightened are available. Tensioning begins by applying tension to every other stud. Square up the flanged joint using hand tools, or if necessary, bolt tensioners. Minimum stud protrusion should be the stud diameter. Assemble the tensioning tools to 50% of the bolts and apply the A pressure to every other stud as indicated in the bolt tensioning data sheet. While maintaining the system under pressure, turn down the flange units using a Tommy bar. Always tap the Tommy bar using a hammer to firmly seat the nut against the flange surface. The maximum working pressure is 1500 bar, 21,750 psi. Release the system pressure and repeat the process. Apply A pressure and turn down nuts 3 times. Note: it is often advisable to continuously reapply A pressure, especially with ring-type joints, until no further movement of the flange nuts can be obtained. Also, it may be beneficial to allow a few minutes between each pressurization to allow the gasket to bed in. Move the tensioning tools onto the remaining 50% of bolts, all B bolts, and apply the B pressure, as indicated in the bolt tensioning data sheet. Turn down the flange nuts. Release the system pressure and repeat the process. Apply B pressure and turn down nuts 3 times. As a check to see if any significant load has been lost in the initial 50% of bolts, assemble 2 tensioning tools to randomly selected but diametrically opposite A bolts. Apply B pressure and attempt to further tighten the flange nuts. If the nuts cannot be further tightened, then tensioning is complete and the tensioners may be removed. If the flange nuts can be further tightened, then reassemble the tensioning tools onto all of the A bolts. Apply B pressure and turn down the flange nuts once more. The bolt tensioners may now be removed. As a final check, using a hammer, ring each bolt to ensure that no loose bolts remain.